I come from a village of night eaters. We're a long-lived people, much longer lived than ordinary humans by far. However, our reproductive abilities are spotty. We're rarely blessed with children, and our numbers are dwindling. Neighboring villages have forgotten we even exist. Most of us have simply accepted that as our fate, and gone on with our lives. But not Soga. He tried to rally the people of the village into actively pursuing some means of keeping the Night Eater legacy alive. Unfortunately for him, no one was interested. I think they'd all given up by that point. The last Night Eater to be born was Rin, and that was over 150 years ago.
Well, the jury's still out on the exact time frame there.
Then, about 2 years ago, Soga disappeared. Rather suddenly at that. It's as if he decided his ruined kin were no longer worth his time, so he turned his back on us and left.
Hold up. Are you seriously telling me Rin is over 150 years old? What does that make you then?
My official age is 15, thank you very much.
I was born about 20 years before Rin, I believe. Though, when you live as long as we do, you stop keeping track after a while.
Yeah, my mind's kinda blown right now. I thought you were both young girl characters, but I guess you're actually older woman characters.
Don't define people by their appearances.
Back on topic. Do you know what this Soga person's doing in Akiba? Or why he's gotten involved with the Synthisters?
We've been Synthister hunters since the very beginning.
But we've had no Synthisters to hunt for at least the past 100 years.
Because of that, most of us essentially stopped thinking about them and forgot what they were capable of.
So, when the cursed things came crawling out here, I started wondering, could our missing brother have something to do with it? That's when I wrote that nasty letter to keep Shizuku away, then skipped town to find out.
Causing me minor trauma in the process. Regrettably, it seems Rin's intuition was right on the mark. Soga is the one pulling the strings here, without question.
So if we do something about him, that'll take care of the Synthisters too?
That seems likely, yes.
Big Brother's not the only one who's gotten himself caught up in this mess, though. Daishihan Pharmaceuticals definitely has their nose in this, too. Not sure how deep they go, but still.
There are other questions as well. Such as, why is this only occurring in Akiba? And why have no other locations been targeted?
That is a very good question.
Maybe it is happening in other places. It could be.
Well, if it is, nobody's talking about it on Pitter. I've only been seeing clips about monsters in Akiba.
Well, how about that? A real secret society trying to pull some evil plan on Japan.
Not Japan, just Akiba. The question remains, why has Soga come here? And why is this town the only place he's targeted? If we can answer these questions, we might be able to get to the heart of the matter.
Well, either way, we've still got a long road ahead of us. Maybe now we know who the bad guy is, but that don't exactly solve the problem. Know what I mean? Remember, the streets of Akiba are still crawling with those damn Synthisters.
Yeah, I agree. We can't rush things. We're freedom fighters. We've got a job to do, and we've got to do it right. Right?
So, guess we better get back to patrolling, since there ain't too many other options.
Good luck to everybody! Safe returns!
Okay, sis, you're with me.
I, don't think that's a good idea. I mean, you're a celebrity. If you're walking around out there, you'll attract a crowd in no time.
That could be a problem.
I think it would be best if you were to accompany me.
We call Main Street, which means you two get Showa Street.
Understood. Synthisters. Are you ready?
Huh? Whoa! These are the guys with the rewards on their heads.
Which means if we take them both down, we get double the reward. Can't mess this up then. Better take that medicine so we can kick their asses in one go.
Medicine?
Yahoo! This stuff right here gives you more energy than you know what to do with.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We sure ain't gonna lose now.
This is the same as before. Don't let your guard down. These Synthisters are out of control. They've abandoned what little reason they had. We fight.
Over here.
Let's go.
What are you doing?
Give me that. No more.
Alright, no problem.
One, two, don't touch me! No more! My body is...
Well, we pulled through, but those weren't like the others. They were far more violent. Just like Amo, the last time we faced him. Most likely the result of that drug they took before battle. But what was it? You don't look well. Your face is pale. Were you injured in the fight? You've been pushing yourself so hard these last few days. It must be wearing you down. That sound. Is that your phone? Yuto seems to have found something. We should head back to Mogra.
Sorry to have called you back so suddenly, but I thought you should know about this as soon as possible. Take a look at this map.
This is a map of Akiba. But what are the points you placed on it?
Those are the locations of all known Synthister incidents thus far.
Wow, nice work. This is why you're the dependable one. Your brother never could have put that together.
Oh, come on. I totally could have. Just because I don't always work hard doesn't mean I can't.
So, what did you find out?
The incidents are all contained within a near-perfect circle around Akihabara Station. Every single attack has taken place within a 400-meter radius of that one spot.
Oh, whoa, so what you're saying is... What are you saying exactly?
Well, I'm still not entirely certain about anything, of course. But a distinct pattern like this may be the smoking gun that tells us why Akiba was targeted.
You got a point. If all that mattered was having lots of people around, they could have picked Shinjuku, or Ikebukuro, or hell, downtown Tokyo.
Exactly. And if we can determine the reason Akiba was chosen, we might have an easier time figuring out how to put a stop to all this.
Right. So what is it about Akiba that you can't find anywhere else? Maids? Or fan comics, maybe?
There's a lot around here you can't find anywhere else. If that's all we have to go on, we're not much better off than before.
I received a mail from Ms. Kasugai.
Oh? What about?
Let's see. It says, help, in alley near suit shop on Main Street.
What?
If Miss Kasugai is in trouble, we have to go save her.
Hold it! How do we know this isn't a trap?
Yeah, if she's in a bind, it's only right to do what we can for her.
We should count on being attacked when we get there. But either way, we should go. Come on.
Hey, over here! Hurry! Ah, you must have gotten my email. Glad you could make it.
What's the problem?
The problem? Well...
I found her. She's over here.
As you can see, I'm being rather fervently pursued. And I was hoping beyond hope that you'd come to my rescue.
We fight.
Here we go! I'll take that! Little! I'll take that!
What's wrong with you? Screw with me!
I'll take that!
What's wrong with you? You!
What? Stop!
Stop! Please stop!
Huh? Let's still go on. What happened?
How about this?
That got you.
No, you don't.
I've got you.
What are you doing? What?
Whew, glad that's over with. Much obliged. I was on my way to Mogra when I found myself completely surrounded. I had nowhere else to turn.
Can you explain what's going on?
Once we're somewhere else, yes, of course I can. Shall we say, back at Mogra? Come now, let's be off.
So wait, you're saying there was a freaking revolt at your office and you got muscled out?
Not quite muscled out, per se. I stepped down of my own free will. Seems I stumbled upon some creative bookkeeping from one particular group within the company, and they didn't much care for the attention.
A revolt, huh? You got any idea who might have called the shots?
Sakaguchi, maybe? Our managing director. You've met him. Or don't you remember? He is rather easy to forget. Not much of a presence, that one.
Oh yeah, that guy who came to pick you up. He seemed kinda tweaked out.
Koma Sakaguchi. I've been keeping an eye on him myself. His name's right under yours on my list, Shion Kasugai. And if there's embezzlement going on, you can bet it's being funneled right into the organization. To think that little twerp would be in this deep, though.
The group that was chasing me earlier were all Sakaguchi's people. I ask you, is it really such a threat for little old me to be wandering the streets of Akihabara? Sadly, I wasn't able to find out anything about the Synthisters' drugs. Perhaps they're one of Sakaguchi's pet projects he doesn't like to talk about.
So what will you do now, Miss Kasugai?
Well, fortunately, I've been receiving offers from numerous colleges and research labs. So I have options to mull over for my future at the very least. Of course, that's after we sort out this whole Synthister mess. And until we do sort it out, I'd very much like to be a part of your group. I'm deeply curious to see how far the Synthisters' influence has spread. And while we're finding that out, I may be able to help you in some small way.
So you want to join the Freedom Fighters?
Don't tell me I don't meet your requirements. I have a certificate of residence from Chiyoda City if it helps with the paperwork.
Nah, scraps of paper don't mean a thing here. All you need to join us is a love for Akiba deep in your heart.
Well, in that case, I'm perfectly qualified. Even if I don't quite look the part.
She is here pretty much all the time lately. I don't see any problem letting her join. Do you?
Hey, why the hell not? Welcome aboard. Now that you're one of us, what do you say we drop the formalities and just call you Shion?
That would be lovely. Thank you.
All right, we're one stronger now, so let's get back out there and do some damage.